Alright, y'all. Welcome back. Episode 3. Last episode was crazy. Who's in Macon with Lee right now? At the beginning of the episode, let's see. They're gonna run into Beatrice, who could potentially join the group, which I hope she does. Our cast is kind of fucking light, okay? My fault. Kenny is with Lee. So these guys have beef with each other. So they're probably walking down the street. Kenny's like, do you think we should stay or leave, Lee? I think Lee probably does want to leave because, the motel is, they're running out of resources, They're getting shot at by bandits all the time. There's zombies everywhere. I think Lee does want to leave with Kenny, so they agree on that. Lee, maybe they talk about Katja. Lee's like, how's everything with Katja, man? Kenny's like, I don't want to fucking talk about it. Okay. Because it's not going good, yo. It's not going good. Anyways, they get to the ladder breaks, so Lee hooks up the Jeep hook thingy. I don't know the technical term for that shit. Kenny grabs Lee, he pulls him up, he doesn't drop him in this timeline because he's gonna get shot in this timeline. Monk got shot, and they hear a woman screaming, and it's Beatrice. And now we have to find out what happens to Beatrice. He could potentially join us, which would be dope in my opinion, but I have to roll a D3. So, Lego Star Wars commercial. Okay. Roll a D3. Bro, there's a button hill. There's been a button hill this whole time. I'm gonna roll this. Okay. Okay. Hell yeah. Y'all, she's joining. That's the best thing we could have possibly got in this situation. Because our cast is it's a light. It's very light. Okay. I would like some more characters. Okay. Beatrice is about to get bit by a walker, but Lee shoots it and saves her life. He yells at her, Ma'am, over here! And Beatrice runs over and joins Lee and Kenny. Kenny is pissed off about this, but whatever, they go into the drugstore. So this is fire. This is actually fucking fire. But that means they don't get as much food and shit from the drugstore. And it's kind of a tight escape. Lee almost dies. Kenny probably leaves him and Lee has to save himself. But they all make it back. Lily's probably agitated a little bit that they brought Beatrice. But, I'm not agitated. I don't care what Lily thinks at all. She's just a character. I'm the god of this universe. Okay. Yeah. Well, I wasn't powerful enough to save T-Dog. My bad. Anyways, they talk to Lily. Lily is pissed off because they barely brought back any supplies, and they brought back Beatrice. Kenny tells her, duh, they need to get out of Macon yesterday. Okay. The argument ends. Lily blows up, tells everybody to get out. Kenny goes to work on the RV. Katja takes Beatrice to relax on the couch, and Larry asks Lee to meet him on the balcony. Larry tells Lee he thinks supplies are going missing, and he shows Lee a broken flashlight that he found. Lee tells him that he'll poke around. Larry thanks him. Since Duck is dead in this timeline, Clementine overhears the conversation, and she helps Lee investigate. It's very stressful at the motel. They have the wall covered in arrows, constantly getting attacked. There's a lot of tension between them, infighting. It's not a pretty scene right now, okay? But we have Beatrice. Oh yeah, let me explain Beatrice's backstory. I actually wrote a little backstory. She was a captive of the bandits. She was held captive. She was tortured by these evil people. She escaped. She ran into Macon, and that's when Kenny and Lee thankfully saved her. Okay, so that's her backstory. I think it's kind of dope. Lee has been doing some introspective contemplation. He's contemplating, should I tell the group about my past murder of a senator? So, will he do that? Okay. He will. Okay. Lee is opening up about his past. He tells everybody, Clementine, Mark, all of them, he tells them about his past. Okay. So, no surprises down the line in case anything crazy happens. But, Lee and Clementine, they continue their investigation. Lee brings the evidence back to Lily. They're like, we're gonna round people up, we're gonna question them, and then boom, bandits pull up on them. They take everyone hostage. Lily tells Lee to go outside and distract them while she goes to get to a vantage point. And so yeah, Lee goes outside, and who's gonna kill Jake? So let's go. Who's killing Jake? I'll shuffle this. I'm gonna shuffle this more because I don't do that, and I feel like shuffling it makes it more random, right? So okay. Larry? No, Lee! Lee! Please be Lee. Don't be Larry. Okay, yes. I had a plan just in case it was Lee. So Lee just goes out and he's a fucking Lee's kind of like King Von in this timeline. You know, he killed hella people last episode. He's kind of a savage. So he just goes out and he starts shooting. He goes out and he shoots Jake in the fucking face instantly. Hell yeah. Alright, he's killing Linda and Gary. Hell yeah. Alright. Let's go, let's go. Oh my god, it might be Lee. No way. Okay, Mark. Mark. Okay, Mark. W Mark. 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 After Lee shoots Jake in the face, the bandits are like, holy fuck. Mark takes advantage of the uh confusion. He grabs a gun and he shoots Linda and Gary in the head also. And who kills the last guy, Drew? Let's go. This is dope so far. I'm fucking with this. Okay. Katja? Kenny is kind of lagging. Okay. Kenny getting a kill, that's dope. I like Kenny. Just because Kenny isn't our best friend, I still love him. I love what I'm doing with him. Okay, I like his character a lot, okay? So Kenny gets back to the RV, he's gonna get ready. Lee's like shooting the zombies and the bandits. Uh, the RV gets started. Somebody is trying to run to the RV, but they get grabbed by a waffle, they fall over and split their head open. Who's it gonna be? Kenny's in the RV, it can't be Kenny. And it can't be Lee, because he's got plot armor. Okay. I didn't shuffle it. I don't care. Okay. Lily. Okay, so that's good. That's good. More drama. The more drama, the better. Lee and Larry are very concerned about that. Okay. And now, who's gonna get bit? Who's gonna get Duck's death? And guys, we have a light cast. Okay. I'm gonna add nobody. I'm gonna add nobody. Okay. I'm only gonna use it twice. I'm gonna use it on Duck's death and Carter's death. Okay. And it's probably gonna be somebody anyway. Okay. So don't worry. Okay. We have a light cast. Having more characters in the later episodes, I feel like would be dope, but it's still potential. I mean, they're still probably gonna die, but I'm just gonna give it an opportunity. Okay? Okay. Yeah, let's go. Okay, Katja. No way, dude. Katja? Katja gets bit. Katja gets bit. Okay. That's pretty tame. That's pretty tame compared to what could have happened. She could have been our Lily, which is what we have to find out right now. Okay. Uh, Can she still be? Maybe she still can be. Just because she's bit doesn't mean she can't shoot somebody in the face. Kenny can be the Lily too. I'm gonna shuffle this. So let's go. Let's go. Shit. I clicked it. Nothing happened. What the fuck? Nobody. No, dude. This has to be somebody. God damn it. Mark. Mark is our Lily. One of these people is about to get shot in the face by Mark. Because Mark, no way, Lily, please don't be Lily. I love Lily and Lee's relationship. Larry gets shot in the face by Mark, which is pretty crazy. What are you doing, Mark? Like, Mark just straight up crashed out. He's like the chillest dude here, and he just crashed out. That's crazy. In this timeline, Larry is pissed off. He's accusing Mark. He keeps pressing and pushing Mark. Mark gets pushed to the edge. He snaps. Kenny is clearing the walker from under the RV because he hit the walker. Kenny clears out. He's like, now what the fuck's the problem? Larry turns around. Boom! Mark shoots him in the face. That's how that plays out. Fuck yeah. Damn. Lee fucking grabs him, slams him against the RV. He's like, drop the gun, bro. And what is Lee gonna do with him? What is Lee gonna do with him? I'd roll a d4. Shit. Uh-huh. Let's go. 3. Okay, so he lets Mark stay, and Mark fucking steals the RV. Okay. So he's gonna come back later potentially in season 2 or season 4 or at some other point. Who knows? I could make anything up potentially. Okay. Uh, okay, yeah. Katja has been turning into a zombie this whole time because they haven't killed her yet. But they stop at the train. Mark steals the RV. Lee probably takes Beatrice with him to investigate the train, and he gets to know her a little bit. They meet Chuck. Chuck joins the group. I forgot about that completely. Shit. We meet Chuck also. Hell yeah, Beatrice is here. Bro, bro, bro. I didn't even have Beatrice on the freaking wheel. Okay. Whatever, bro. She's a new character. Give her some time. Give her some time, bro. Okay. Uh, yeah, whatever. Give her some time. Give her some time, bro. Larry died. Katja died. Okay. Nobody. I'm gonna rename nobody. Because we have to find out who's gonna put down Katja. And it could be nobody. Nobody, she might just stay by the tree and come back as a zombie, which would be unethical, but you know, it could happen. It could happen, y'all. Let me rename Lee. Because Lee can put her down. Okay. Hell yeah. Nobody. Lee. Okay, Lee puts on Kasha. Which is, you know, I think that's fitting. Lee kind of has felt bad for Kasha throughout this whole thing, ever since Duff died, and since T-Dog died, you know, because Kasha's been really... Katja had a pretty shitty time during the apocalypse, okay? So Lee mercifully puts her down, and they start the train, and they go on their way to... Well, no. They don't leave yet. Somebody might kill themselves, but somebody also might not kill themselves, okay? So let's see. I hope nobody kills themselves, because, you know, I like having these characters, you know? There's something about it. These are just warm bodies, you know? Kenny. Kenny killing himself would be so peak, but Beatrice kills herself. Okay, guys, cancel me. Kenny killed himself. Okay. It just works, dude. He just lost his wife. You know, he's also had a shitty time in the apocalypse. Beatrice just got here, okay? Beatrice is a cool character. I'm gonna... She's my OC, okay? I'm giving her protection. Like Dave Filoni gives Ahsoka Tano protection and shit. Okay. Okay. I'm going off the rails here. Katja is dying. She's lying against a tree. She's taking her final breaths. Kenny takes the gun to put her down, but in a shocking twist, he points the gun underneath his own chin, and he pulls the trigger, blowing his brains out. Lee gets jump scared. He's stunned for a second. He processes it. He's like, oh my god, Kenny! He looks back at Katja, sorrow on his face. He picks up the gun, and he puts her down. Anyways, who admits to being the one supplying the bandits? It has to be Lily, right? Lily's the only one, right? Or not? Right. Larry died. Mark he sold the RV and he left. Okay, Katja also died. Uh-huh. Kenny died. Kenny killed himself. Yeah, Lily was the one doing it. That's the only one left. So Lily automatically was the one. She's like, Lee, I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. Lee's like, what the fuck, Lily? Lily explains that one night she snuck out to investigate the bandits, do a little recon. She got captured, so she wasn't very sneaky, I guess. And they were gonna keep her as a slave and torture her like they were doing to Beatrice, but she managed to broker the deal that just got everybody fucking killed. So, damn. Oh my god, what the hell? Damn, so Lily indirectly got Larry killed. That's crazy. But, damn. I like that, though. I like that high key. I think that's dope. Uh, but anyways, they run into a roadblock, and they meet Krista and Omid. And while Lee does all that shit, he teaches Clementine how to shoot, he cuts her hair, they come up with a plan. Lee probably just, he takes Kenny's plan. They're gonna go find a boat, okay? Yeah. But they run into a roadblock, they meet Chris and Omid. Lee and Clementine go and clear out that building. They have that little bonding moment. Clementine's like, I'm not ready for a gun. Lee reassures her, okay, and Clementine is going, she is ready, okay, we're gonna find out soon enough, okay. We all know Clementine is a badass of the apocalypse, okay. But, they cut down the supply tanker. Who went up there with Lee, and who jumps off the bridge and injures their leg, is what we have to find out right now. And I have to add these characters. Chuck, Beatrice, Omid, Krista. Is that everybody? Oh my god, holy shit. Terrible spelling. I think that's everybody. Yeah, it is. That's 7 people, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 6, 7. Okay, I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. Anyways, who is jumping off the bridge and injuring their leg? and not going to Crawford. Next episode. Beatrice. Okay, more immunity for Beatrice. That's a W. Okay. So Beatrice goes up with Lee. She jumps off the bridge. She freaking breaks her leg. Well, she doesn't break it, but she injures it. Uh, Lee jumps down. Lee probably helps her onto the train. Like, help Omito Krista. It's probably just he helps her. Nobody else goes out there, though. Actually, Chuck jumps off the train and helps Beatrice. And Lee has to choose to help Beatrice or Chuck. And he helps Beatrice, okay? But it's fine because Chuck survives anyway. And they get to Savannah. Lee and Lily are in the cockpit, or whatever the hell it's called, the conductor booth. They have a brief but somber conversation. Lily probably says something like, "We're fucked, Lee." And boom! The stranger is talking to Clementine on a walkie-talkie. Holy shit. Cliffhanger. Yes, sir. Peak. Okay. Well, I guess that's the episode then, right? That's all the. Yeah, well, there's nothing else to do, okay? Well, I've edited and, add lore and, like, flesh stuff out a little bit, but yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Yes, sir. Shout out Bubba Time Hopper, Magnus Marvel, DJC Gaming. Alright, bye-bye.